What is going on, my people? I came here with a quick update for the markets. Silver going nuts. Hope you're all doing really well. Let's see, am I live? Yeah, it looks like I'm live, which is great. What is going on, family? How are we doing? Let's see. I could just see myself, man. What's happening with the screen share? Cool. Let's get this. So everyone, I had some screens to share. Anyway, I wanted to do a quick live stream because silver is going absolutely berserk. It's going bananas. I mean, I can't believe the relative strength of silver, but it is going to come down. And I had some macro news. See if I can switch it to the live screen. But I hope you're all doing well. And man, markets up, markets down. It could well be screen share. This is it. All right, cool. All right, you're not seeing me again. So listen to this, guys. I hope you can. I don't know if I can even see the comments on here, but that's good. That's okay. What we want to do is, oh, okay, you can't see me. Yo, Peter, what's good, my brother? Hope you are doing well. There's a lot of, I call this the analysis paralysis stage of the market. Michael in the building as well, Mr. Gerard, hope you're doing well. And let's see, do we get a pop out? I'm streaming unusually because I've got, I just had my setup upgraded. And you guys can see the screen, right? So Trump wants the Clarity Act. No, absolutely no doubt at all. Let me just add you as a moderator there, bro. Just to help me out a little bit. Managing moderators. Yeah, what's good, Michael? Hope you're doing well, bro. Yeah, family's good. You know, I had a lot of time with Princess as of late, and yeah, it's all good. It's a bit of an unconventional stream because I thought I'd come on here and start just talking about the market a little bit. So the first thing we've seen, obviously the first real rotation here is silver. You guys can see my screen, right? Let me just maybe stop sharing this one. Separate that one over there. Then I can plus. So this year they are bound to print a ton of money, and that's due to the debt that's coming in. And I've always said, like, if they are going to print this mad, we might as well just be patient and be the beneficiaries, because there is no way that this debt is going to go unanswered. But the big news was Trump really said he expects the Clarity Act to be pushed through, and that's what I'm hoping for. Again, altcoins have been rather disappointing, but there's a lot to look forward to as long as we maintain some type of it is, after all, a bear market year. So the opportunities will be absolutely endless for anybody who wants to dollar cost average over a period of time. But what I'm noticing, looking at certain charts, is this. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart first. And there's a debate, you know, is there a bound? Is the market going to hold up from here? It is quite irrelevant if you are splitting your money between stable coins, and of course your long-term belief doesn't really matter, the ones that you are in or have been in for a while. So thank you very much for letting me know that, brother. Appreciate that. Pop out chat. Let's see how you do that. Do that on a beautiful. I can see your comments now here. Whether they're coming on displayed on the screen, that's another thing, but that doesn't really matter. But anyway, guys, so Bitcoin in the short term looks like we've had our low from November 21st. But apart from knowing where the price, nobody knows where the price is going to go, right? It's all to do with the macro. And in my opinion, silver is of this crazy, crazy realm. Now, Trump did say that, of course, he wants the Clarity Act to be passed. And this is going to be a major catalyst. We've got, of course, the FOMC next week. Stablecoin, so far, the crucial issues here, despite the fact that Trump came out at the World Economic Forum, and of course we had the likes of Larry Fink and tokenization. So they are telling us exactly what they're doing without really telling us, if you know what I mean. So what's going to happen here is, if the Clarity Act, as and when it passes, it's going to be a major, major catalyst, right? So if anybody thinks that the Clarity Act is not going to act as a crazy stimulus for crypto, then of course they don't know what they're talking about. The Clarity Act would be a major catalyst. Now, of course, we know the issues with it, but with Powell leaving and the 37 trillion debt that is due to come in, there's absolutely no reasons as to why crypto will not have a catch-up trade in 2026. Now, should you put all your eggs in one basket and, of course, not have dry powder when you need to have dry powder? That's a given, right? That's a certainty. You must have dry powder as and when you require it. But here's the problem. And I haven't really seen anyone tackle this issue in its full glory. I'm actually very optimistic when it comes to the fact that they are going to pass this legislation sometime in the year. But there are a couple of things. One, stable coins, reward ban, and bank versus crypto platform. Now, if you've noticed, I mean, I listened to Eric Trump this week at one or two conferences over there in Davos. And there is a massive, massive debt that's about to come in. These guys are positioning for generational wealth. I'm talking about the Trumps. So obviously when he says, of course, we want to have this, and the fact that the Trumps are now farming, they have massive, massive interest in crypto, World Liberty Financial. I think a lot is going on in terms of how these guys are positioning. Now, of course, Bitcoin's magic lines as well. We can see here different moving averages of how far the price can come down. But one thing I'm doing, and I have done over the last few months, several months actually, I've just been buying or holding, right? Holding my stable coins, buying what I need to buy, and slowly we can drift out and get rid of what we don't need to have. Smart money is also doing that, right? Like you're seeing a potential accumulation on certain things. Now, the first thing we're going to have next is there are no rate cuts. Okay, the odds of a rate cut right now are basically they've disappeared. So that's not going to be the catalyst that we're looking for. What we're looking for next week is the tone. We're looking for potential hikes, if there are going to be any, if the Fed sees inflation as a threat. So that's going to be all quite key for us to monitor. But in the meantime, is this trade good or bad for crypto? Well, this is an easy indicator, right? This is one of the easiest indicators you could ever have. Risk assets. Yo, Steve in the building. Sorry, before I continue. Shadow said crypto is just sad now. And of course, yeah, it's very sad, of course. But again, opportunities are there long term. Look, is the market dead? Is the real question. We've been in a bear market for a long time. I don't think it comes as any surprise. What we're seeing right now is a total, it's any different. Now, one thing I've noticed, and I posted in the Discord, was the amount of money flow into projects is going to be it's absolutely like it has capitulated, right? You had IP Story making $20 or $67 with a valuation of $3 billion. That's insane. You can't have a protocol that makes $67 in a 24-hour period. That's now, on the other hand, for today, what we saw is typically on Fridays, this is what we're seeing on a the 24-hour net inflow on the ETF. So you can see here negative, 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 negative. Of course, and these are the big ones: BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity. Bitwise is neutral. Others actually had bought about 57 Bitcoin. And the real outflow here is the Ethereum ETFs as well. So we saw a 7-day outflow ever since Trump started to talk about the tariffs. Again, we have seen a significant outflows here as well for both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And I think we've done really well since we did really well since November. But what I'm noticing heavily is that overall it's stabilized. But typically on a Friday before markets close, ETF outflows are your best indicators right now because there's no retail. There are no retail customers or retail buyers, I should say, in the market when it comes to these ETFs. So Bitcoin, negative. Positive actually was Solana. So Bitwise, Grayscale, 21 shares, Fidelity, Vanek, all of them added to their spot ETF position. So Solana is green. XRP as well, probably worth monitoring XRP as well. But the key ones are Bitcoin and Bitcoin is going to be quite key, right? And then of course looking at some of these outflows, man, it is quite funny. This, right? I don't know if you guys saw this. A threat actor named John was rage baited into a ban flex on a live shared. And on live, he shared his wallets. Based on the on-chain tracing by Zach XBT, they revealed the wallets are linked to a large suspected thefts, including the funds tied to the US government seizure related to Bitfinex. And the blockchain is just incredible, man. Everything just gets out in due course. So that I thought that was quite an interesting read today. But let's move over to Nansen. What's going on with the on-chain? So whenever you see, right, and this is going to be always linked to real-time wallets, such as like Wintermute, of course, everybody's down. There are no geniuses in crypto. Anybody who claims to know something different is absolutely bullshitting. These are some of the largest funds, and by and large, of course, their P&L is quite it's quite down. So I'm always looking for top money flow here into key chains. Ondo has an important summit next month. So it'd be interesting to see. I don't know if you saw tokenization picking up again. That's going to be quite important. DeFi, of course, is always going to be important. And the first one, so all week, and I think somebody posted in our Discord. So Coinbank, what the F is Coinbank? It's been getting money flow like you've never seen before. 7 days flows about $4 million. So I've done some more digging into this. It's rated, it's a $200 million market cap coin that has the craziest inflows you'd see among smart wallets. Now, further, obviously, this is going to be, it's one of those tokens built on BSC. Don't have great trust there. But smart money's been buying this And upon further inspection, the flows here have been absolutely ridiculous. 30-day flow, right? 11 traders. Now, there is obviously one particular trader holding crazy amount of tokens. So people are buying and trading altcoins. People are actually, institutions are stepping in. Another one you see here that we drop quite a lot in the Discord is Syrup. Syrup's money flow is exceptional. Now, of course, here is $44,000, $45,000. It's nothing like Coinbank. So Coinbank is an app that is linked to a game, and it basically has no exchanges. It has a 6 out of 100 in terms of distribution score. However, you could see here the last 24 hours, this guy is taking profits. And I'm always surprised when I see something like this. Smart Money holds 45 million coins. Now, of course, they have started to sell. So if anyone is thinking about or has been alerted to this particular coin, you've got to be extra careful. But I just thought I'd let you guys know what's coming in terms of smart money holders. This was the top token traded today, last week, in the last 30 days. Then you've got obviously Solana, Syrup, and then what's this, memes? Let's see who's buying this shit. Because you can actually do decent trades through these. I think we should probably do more in terms of live streams on these specific ones. But so there is this coin or this meme called memes. And looks like Smart Money has been buying. Now, in terms of the contract address, let's see who the top P&L are. Top P&L. Is there any particular coin millionaires? Which is quite interesting. Do I recognize a lot of the Chinese wallets? Who's he? Dex Trader. Here, typically what you would look for is a kind of like a Pepe Trader or any of these viral coins. And but so far, balance has been, whales hold 5 million, public figures or KOLs are going to start promoting this. See if we can actually find. Okay, it's on BNB chain. Yeah, I don't mess with BNB. I don't touch BNB, boy. This is crazy stuff. Should really go to the meme casino on our Discord if anybody is interested in stuff like this. $7 million market cap, 61% down on volume. 11 wallets. You can actually find really good bangers on here, on these smart money alerts, but we're not going to touch that. We're not even going to touch Coinbank. But I am going to do something with Coinbank, and that is just to show you what it is really. It could be sometimes good to Coinbank BSC. So it gets up to a $200 million market cap, and nobody, basically, no, it's not on any exchange. It's barely on any mentions anywhere, has no Twitter activity at all. And when this got dropped into the Discord, so this is the link, right? RC chain is what it's linked to. Fucking mad, bro. Like, incredible stuff. So I haven't, I'm not going to entertain this at all. Could well worth be something to keep your eyes on your watch list, especially if you're trading or flipping altcoins, your non-custodial investment banking hub. Yeah, so that's one of the Nansen craziest wallets I've ever seen, craziest tokens I've seen in the last few months. Always trending number one. And there's just one guy who's been buying this, holding 50% of the tokens. Anyhow, let's continue because I just wanted to do a quick one anyway. In terms of our normal coins, let's have a look at. Is anyone here? Has anyone bought into Monad? Do let me know if anyone is holding Monad, because it's interesting where the market cap is right now, just for long term. 1.8 cents, and market cap now is $197 million, which is insane, really. 24-hour range, you got down to 1.79 cents and as low as 178. Now, the seed rounds were, what was the seed round? I think it was 2.5 cents. 2.5 cents, I think, was the seed round. But that could be an interesting one to watch over the long term. Let me just search it here. Monad. I will check Zibek as well. Mon. So this is the chart of Monad, and 20% down in volume. But really, do we have any recent activities here? So sports 6 million tokens. Who's this guy? Who the is that guy? Let's do a Conor McGregor. So he's got 800K, 33% win ratio. When did he buy this? Let's go to holders. Because the thing with Monad is, you know, when staking here is the biggest, right? They're locking away tokens. So 18 billion, which is what they said anyway, locked over 4 years, right? So that is $339 million of staking. And then if we look at these individual holders, there's that 17 billion. So this is the investment wallet. Dragonfly Capital, $64 million. And then these are the interesting guys, these token millionaires. I think it's well worth putting this in the watch list. Sorry, let me see. Is it still active here? See if that chat is active. Active chat. I wouldn't really buy it now, but if you are in Monad, if you've been in early Monad rounds, and it's obviously now below where the expectations are. So I would probably say, see this distribution here. It's token millionaire. So he basically just holds Monad. Let's have a look at another community favorite one here, which is Zebek. What's Zebek saying? Show me the buys. Zebek buys. Let's have a look at this trading bot here. I think Zebek is going to be a pretty insane one. So Zebek price is down a little bit. Market cap below 300 million, which is good for long term. Volume down slightly. Actually, volume down almost 50%, but that is on DEX anyway. Overall, chart's not bad at all. I mean, if it like we said before, if it comes down to this level again, I can't see it. It's starting to form a bit of an uptrend there. But if it loses momentum, based on the fact that this is RWA deepen, and they are making all the right noises. So there was a wallet that I found here that was loading up crazy. See if I can find that same wallet. Okay, so this is a regular DCA. Big buys. Yeah, big buys, January 22nd. Big buy there. So I think Zebek will do very, very well. Another one that I'm interested in as of late is Syrup. So if you look at Syrup's accumulation, not USDC, let's just go to the Syrup token here. So this one's an interesting one. What are we looking at? Shorts here. 3x short. Long. So this is the, let's go to Syrup. Not USDC. Syrup token. Yeah, that's more like it. Could we see this come down a bit more? I mean, listen, this has got the best in terms of TVL, in terms of DeFi use case, and other features as well. There was a pretty big loader on this particular one. So yeah, man, plenty of buys. I mean, this buys and sells here sometimes with the bots. Let's see this high activity wallet. That's a crazy wallet here. So mostly just trading it. But what I've seen with this is, in terms of the actual money flow, it's insane. You also get to see a lot of these Chinese BSC coins. At times, I did actually see a brand new token. Maybe I'll put this on the shit coins. It's from a Pengu millionaire. What's the trade here? We don't want trade. We want flow, money flow. Any other tokens? Let's look at Ondo. Ondo unlocks. Ondo finance token, 1.7 billion. Now they've got a pretty big event coming, but look at that. Look at that wick there, right? That was October's low, and the price is actually below the October low. Crazy work, man. So most of the time we think, okay, yeah, this is that low has to be taken out. So this is how bad altcoins have been. And if you look at who's been buying, right? Market makers have stepped in over the last few days, in particular, Wintermute. So Wintermute here have been kind of balancing the books in terms of the net inflows here, buying at several times. So that's because the price is basically below the crazy wick that we've had. But I think this would be a good opportunity, especially considering the Biddle Fund, the BlackRock tokenization talk. And I'm talking about years down the line. I'm talking about watching this one and seeing how the unlocks play out. But Wintermute have been really active for market making here. And you can clearly see they've got to stabilize the price, right? With plenty of market making. So they've transferred some, and they've just been market making heavily. But right now they're in the positive with these transactions. The thing is, whenever I see Wintermute, it can go down two ways, right? It could either go, it could either go gravy, or sometimes it could just go absolutely pear-shaped. But for now, at least, anyway, the balance is positive. I'm expecting a bit of a additional sell-off of Ondo Finance at some point. Most of these are medium trader. I'm looking for the token millionaires. Token millionaires normally are the best way to judge these. So that's Ondo. Ondo's still going through that massive unlocks, guys. So bid your time, relax. The market is not going to go anywhere. Anybody feeling uncomfortable, just get out. And over the next 12 months, man, Trump needs a good market. You saw the GDP numbers, and they are positive. You know, economy, you've got to give him the economy. Jobs, I think jobs are still under pressure. And apart from wars or any other black swan event, this debt maturity will get the Fed to print like you've never seen before. This is obviously from last year to this year. It's going to have a massive impact. So the Fed's going to print this year. It's going to print. I mean, I'm talking about major quantitative easing coming in the next kind of 12 months. So yeah, man, big up yourselves, guys. I just wanted to come on and do you still think BankSocial is good? Good question, bro. BankSocial is, so the team is very good. And the idea of these union banks is incredible. The Hedera aspect of it, obviously HBAR hasn't been cooking of late. HBAR itself is not looking dope. But if I show you their updates, even on LinkedIn, right? BankSocial. Sorry, I'm just seeing some of your comments now, Nathan there. So BSL token, which is at $8 million market cap, right? This is a tiny risky cryptocurrency. What they do very well. And again, you know, you had this rise here last year. These guys have been around for a long time, and their price is very volatile. It's very hard to build long-term conviction. Can you understand what it is that they're doing? And in my opinion, partner ecosystems like Ripple, where they really excel are these small credit and union banks. And the founder is quite active. So it would be, for me, it would be very risky. But the potential here is also there, right? Like there's decent potential here. Would I be on top of my shopping list right now? No. But what I would say is watch this guy, watch their team, and particularly, especially on what they're doing with HBAR and XRP. So right now it's probably very difficult time to scope out a scoping out a micro cap like this. Conversation forward in Davos. So he was at Davos, of course, World Computer Day during World Economic Forum. And I think, look, like I said before, this is all about hedging on XRP and HBAR and watching the credit unions and how they grow. Actually, he was over in Dubai. Was he in Dubai? DMCC, Dubai Multi Commodity Center, Crypto Center. What was he doing here? Launchpad. Okay. But he's a pretty good guy to follow. Solid. I mean, in terms of what they're doing. For the token, will it be their main business or their core aspect? I know they have the KYC, strict KYC. So yeah, I do like this one. I have a tiny amount, nothing too crazy to break the bank, and I would just watch it and see how it goes. But yeah, thanks for the question, bro. So that was on BankSocial, and bro said, Nathan said, I need a deep dive into ZBEC. Appreciate your alpha as always. Anytime, brother. Anytime. We can actually go back to specifically. Yo, Cave's in the building as well. Big up yourself, brother. My great American brother right there. Let's go back to ZBEC, because with ZBEC, I've look, it's hard to kind of, sometimes you can be overly bullish in a particular cryptocurrency, but so far this is kind of proven itself in terms of what they have as narrative. It's an American coin, right? So if you look at the metrics here, have pretty decent aggressive move to the upside, and then you've got this, you know, lower lows and higher lows here, but there is this consolidation here. $300 million in market cap, but we've got the one thing that we have now, those that are specifically interested in certain altcoins, is we have the ability to what I call roast them, right? So if I take this smart contract here, and if you're not roasting your altcoins, then you're not doing the job. Like at the end of the day, you can have any crypto analyst, and you know, the range goes from don't invest in altcoins are dead, to altcoins are gonna 100x. So it's really difficult sometimes just to trust the opinion, right? So what we have to do is look at these metrics, right? And by the way, if it's showing low liquidity like this, it's not the total liquidity, but this is normally information that's pulled from DEXs, right? So is that a concern for me, the fact that the volume is down? Probably not, because of course market makers are balancing here, and overall there's no liquidity in crypto. Market cap down by 1.7%, that's nothing, right? What you need to normally do with these is, first and foremost, you look at who bought and basically who sold. And typically there would be market makers that are buying and selling, but occasionally what you get is an intrigue into how the market is thinking. So these are the sells. And what you have here is a particular wallet with high balance, right? So I'm interested in this wallet. Is this wallet genuine? Is this person a whale? What type of whale is he? And in particular, this this whale here looks like they are in Solana shitcoins, right? Pippin, White Whale, of course, Tron on Solana, USDT. Of course, he's been getting rid of tokens, but it doesn't show me what other balances he has. So he's in hyperliquid, right? Balance 4,000 hyperliquids here. So it's a decent whale, right? Decent Solana bag, right? So his net worth here on, sorry, not on Solana, but he's a hyperliquid whale. 100K in hyperliquid, 20K in Sol, 17K in Monad, and just under $1 million. And then, of course, he's got a few other shit coins in there as well. But the pattern is, right, just because he sold ZBEC, what he bought is white whale. Now, when you see these kind of wallets, it's good to remember one thing, right? So on the one hand, you have traders. On the other hand, you have long-term holders. So his balance of altcoins have been increasing. Now, the reason I wanted to show you that was because this particular person sold $25,000 worth of ZBEC. On the buy side, you can see $8,000 buy. That's a trading bot. And then this particular wallet here, what did they get? 1.3 million tokens, 4K buy, nothing too crazy. Now, one thing I would say is if we go to the holder and distribution, ZBEC has on chain anyway, at least a 56,000 holders and a top 100 hold, a 56%. And of course, the supply chain, the medium hold here is really irrelevant, $100 per wallet or something like that. But an indication of a distribution is when the top 100 wallets are selling, what is the percentage of that sell? And you can see here is down 0.19%. And despite the market conditions, that does not look like, to me, people or the top 100 wallets are willing to dump this particular coin. So these are the mega whales in a project. And as long as they hold and they add to it from time to time, but this number has to remain under 10% for the project to be decent. Now, if you look at smart money, or what we label as smart money, so these are wallets curated by Nansen, and these are people that trade in and out of these tokens. So this number here, smart money, has sold nearly 95% of ZBEC, or 3 million tokens. But 3 million tokens sound a lot, but in the case of ZBEC tokenomics, they're really not. And another indicator here is public wallets. So public wallets here have, so these are verified, these are your Alex Beckers or your mega influencers. So there are no public wallets here, but once they come in, then you would see it pop up on here, and that's when it means that the marketing phase really begins, because that's when they give tokens to these guys. So whale balance is down overall, right? Exchange balance is down slightly, but this yellow line here, you can see a balance reduction here, supply owed 86%. So what you see here is a bit of a sell-off, but that happened on the 15th of January, right? And then the price, regardless of this massive balance reduction, but look what the gray line is doing. The gray line is rising. So if the gray line is rising while balance is being dumped in the yellow line, and the price is maintaining some kind of equilibrium here, and then of course on the 21st of January, price versus balance kind of swapped. So balances have gone up, prices has come down a little bit, but the price is not being dumped. So overall, what I would say is it is a healthy token. And despite the fact that you have smart money and stuff like that being down, all it means is that you've got to equate that to the size of that smart wallet. So we're talking about a token with like billions in terms of the circulating supply here. What is it? It is a so 100 billion. So if they sell 3 million tokens, doesn't actually do a lot. So long term, you may get these small dynamics, but overall, it's a very good sign to see that the top 100 holders are just not selling tokens. We have, so $4 is at 20 million market cap. It's pumped for, okay. 20 million market cap. It's on pump fund for BNB. 20 million undervalued or dead. What token is that, bro? Would you mind having a look at, okay, VPay. All right, let me grab the contract address. $2 million market cap, right? I think this is the about. I'm not sure if I'm using Google Chat, by the way, lads. Big up to my brothers as well. VPay. VPay is, this is on base, right? This is on base. It's a base thing. Let's grab the address. And let's go back to the tools. VPay. Do a couple of more. So this obviously got 29th of October. They timed it to perfection. Obviously, market dumped on the 8th to the 10th. And then this obviously went parabolic 29th of October. Bought yield farmer. Wow. You've got yield farmers in there, right? And then if we look at holders, smart money balance remains neutral. Top 100 addresses have accumulated this, because if you look at the top 100, they're up by nearly 8%, 11%. So 70%, top 100 holds 70% of the token. And very, very risky, right? Like you've got 25% virtuals, VPay. Who's this? VPay investor recipient, 16%. So there's heavy whale concentration, right? But it really just depends on what the whales do. But one thing I could say is I don't even need to know what it does or doesn't do. I can tell you, and you've got to interpret this with the best possible intentions here. The balance accumulation is up. The price has capitulated here, right? So whales are buying this while price is down. I mean, price is at the floor. And if you look at the notable holders here, virtuals, staking pool, Coinbase Smart Wallet, which is normal. It's on base, right? Coinbase Smart Wallet, but I don't really see created, deployed. Yeah, this is just a creation. Balance still has 8,018,000. So it's kind of like, from our on-chain perspective, fairly risky. And of course, yeah, you never know. Bizel says high $4 is at 20 million. Is the name of the token $4? It's on Pump Fund, 20 million for BNB, 20 million undervalued or dead. I haven't got a clue, bro. Plume cookie down needs to make 20-30x to reach all-time high. Can we expect at least double? Now, interestingly, Plume is a good, solid RWA play. If you listen to the tokenization talk from the World Economic Forum, again, you can't actually put altcoins are incredibly notoriously difficult to judge right now. We can only go by what's been happening so far. So Plume right now, holy crap. If you look at this, maybe been unlocking tokens. Plume as a project, it's not bad. The quote's using it. RWA that feels like crypto. So these guys are meant to be, so they've got decent backers, I'd expect these guys to try and wiggle their money out. But right now, VCs, crypto investors, friggin' nobody can move these charts unless we see a better risk on market environment and better macroeconomic conditions, right? So what we're going to do with Plume, I think Plume should be a lot higher in the future, but I'm only estimating that. Now, interestingly, coins, they are below their October wick. So if you look at this, we were complaining when we crashed here, but almost every single altcoin, or most of the altcoins, look at that, most volume came in this candle here on the 6th of October. And then we got the mass market capitulation. And at the time, everybody was thinking, man, this is the lowest that obviously, but look where things are. Altcoins are practically fucked, right? Excuse my French. But these are two decent coins. So can we expect to at least double the previous top? It's really hard to give you a promise. But what I would say is this this kind of fall off from Plume is quite spectacular. But I'd probably think that is to do with unlocks and stuff like that. All right, lads. Let me. So yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, that's all I've got time for. I'm gonna go and chill out, wearing some. I'm chilling out. I'm gonna go out for a bit, even though it's like 2 a.m. over here. But have an amazing night, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. God bless you all. It's been a nice little stream anyway. Since I can't interact on here anyway, I've been talking a lot more. So, but I hope you've taken some benefit from it. Take care, guys. Good night.